I'm Robbin Emmanuel Oluwafemi. I know you like that name. My nickname is REO. REO is the abbreviation of my names. I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State. I know you like that place too. I was born and brought up in Agility, my 12, Lagos State. Okay, I graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University. I studied local government studies and administration. So I can work at any government parastatals anyways as an administrator. Presently, I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm a content writer. I'm an OAP. I work with Star 101.5 FM. I work with Crown FM, Ileife. I work with OE Great FM. I work briefly with Rave FM and Ray Power, yeah, in Oshogbo, Osun State. I'm a humanitarian and I like to fight for the fundamental right of human and law. So I like to use the platform of radio to communicate with people and of course with government. So presently, I'm like an intermediary between the people and the government. So I use the radio platform to do that. Oh, no, no, no. If I think of becoming anything, oh, ask my brother to blow now football. Yes, I was the captain of my football academic team, but then a lot of issues happened. But 2006, I lost my dad 2006, and things were very tough. I was the class captain from SS1 to SS3. So I noticed when I want to address the class, there's this funny spirit that always come on me. You would always love me when I address the class. So I started picking, facing the crowd from there. Things started happening. Then, there was one particular day. My mother has a nursery and primary school. So she was going to have a end of the year party. The MC disappointed her. Meanwhile, that day, I tell my mama, say, no worry, mommy, I go do one. So she said, okay, I can do it. If you see my dressing that day, I'll be like zebra. Because my top, my shirt was a striped shirt. The trousers was striped. The tie too striped. Everything. Like a birthmark for my body. But I had it. It was wonderful. And to our greatest surprise, the headmasters, headmistress, she invited to come for the graduation ceremony, saw the way I walked and, they really loved it. And they were telling my mother, Omo Eluma, one bami program me. Your son will come host my event. Your son will come. I started going from there. From there, that was 2007. I was getting this little popularity from school to school. And then I love kids a lot. I play with kids a lot. I know how to handle them when it comes to their event. So we can say I started with kids, with nursery and primary school. So like grow up now to start hosting weddings and other big events. I am one of the official MCs to His Imperial Majesty, the Oni of Ife, Obani Togo Adeyeye. So I never thought I would become MC or a comedian. But life now, sometimes you don't know where it's taking you to. But you just place your focus where you notice. I'm into a few things. OAP. I'm a pidgin ambassador. I speak pidgin a lot. In short, I discovered my strength in media, and I know, okay, I am good at pidgin. However, most people don't even know I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State. But then, challenges who they face as comedian. Let me start from comedy. Sometimes you enter stage, you don't know the kind saddest spirit which some people carry come your show. Sometimes they force them to come. Sometimes when you are trying to crack people up, you are looking directly to someone that is not laughing. Others you are cracking other. Is it that person who know they laugh? When you reach house, can't remember what you talk, can't they laugh for them? But really, another thing is promoting yourself as a comedian is very difficult because if it's music, you just put it somewhere, people start downloading and go. When we talk of stand-up comedy, you have financial challenges too. because then you can't put a show all by yourself. And if you get to have a platform to perform, they might not give you up to 5 minutes to perform. Meanwhile, the probability that even if you hit comedy, if you say it might not get to people, or you might not say it well. You might be lacking actions, the attitude, or the way you're supposed to put it together. And as per the MC, man, you just have to work hard so that people will know you. And then as an MC, you have to get familiar well with books. Like you have to read, you have to learn from other people, you have to have a mentor. If you don't have all those things, these are things that can later bounce back to you. You know sabi wetin you dey do actually. Because if you're an MC, then you don't know how to control the crowd with your words. That can get back to you. There are so many styles, many approaches to control your audience. But at times, even people, the owner of the event can snatch the event from you, that is the MC. And once the MC is not, gallant, forget everything, event is getting spoiled. Then about radio, challenges on radio is many, especially when you are doing a program that accommodates calls. Some people even call on program to correct you. You feel stupid at times, like, shall I not talk this thing where. They just want to, some want to do it to, to bring you down. Some people want to do it to help you. Some just want to do for doing sake. Some want to do over sabi. I mean, one of the things I do on radio is, like I said, I fight for the rights of humans, fundamental human rights. Then I cast news in pidgin. So you have to wake up in the middle of the night. Like I said, I sleep for 4 hours in 24 hours. Because during the dinner, you have to travel for either events, or I go out to source for sponsors, advert. I'm a freelance. I don't like it when you bring me and you want me to sit down 24 hours in your company. No, I like to go out and meet people, then source for my own personal income. So, speaking of challenges on radio like that, getting advert too can be a major source of problem for you if you don't have enough advert, or you don't have good content. So, like I was saying the other time, I cast news in pidgin, so I don't sleep well. If I remove my glasses now, you see my eyes are red. Then you get to think like, does it take something? Because I don't sleep well, I have to source for my news in the middle of the night, edit it. I have to, understand what I'm going to say on radio so that nobody will come back to attack me. And you have to find your news from a good source, because the probability of it getting back to you is very high. You can say something government did not like, and government get to like, where do you get it from? We don't have a good source, then you're in problem. So I like to confirm my news very well, read it all over and over, then interpret it in pidgin. So like I'm sitting here now, I can be reading English like this and be interpreting in pidgin, because I found my strength in pidgin. Not like I can't do English, but I know, okay, I think this pidgin, I find enough strength there to grow. So another challenge on OAP is time. It's time. You don't have enough time, and you have to be consistent. You can't do program today, you don't want to do tomorrow. No, you have to be. But in everything, both comedy, MC, OAP, you just have to be consistent. Oh, my greatest fear. Now, so many people get to say a lot of things when it comes to that. But my greatest fear right now, even as we speak, I don't know what will happen in the next 5 minutes. The fact that I don't know what will happen to me when I leave this place is my greatest fear. I'm not scared of any other thing. I've fallen, I've failed, but I feel forward. A lot of things have happened, but this is me today. But the fact that I don't know what will happen. So it's one reason why I don't underestimate people. I don't underrate people. That's, to me, that is my greatest fear. I don't know what will happen, and that's one thing. Even Almighty God um, is using even up to now as a superior, as Almighty over everybody. You don't know what will happen to you in the next few minutes after this play. is my greatest fear. Like I said, one event that I love so much that has been in my portfolio, been in my track record, when the Oni of Ife was, during his coronation. It was a 7 days coronation. I was given one day, that was on a Thursday, to host him and his event together that day. Some people came from the United States, from the United Kingdom, sent by the Queen. I was there, everybody, all his family, himself, they were there. Um, like I said, I've been one of his official MCs. There was a particular time I hosted National Association of Nigerian Nephrologists, those doctors that deals with kidney, and KBC had to call me, send for me, that I have to take that event. And I had that. I've taken several events. I can't remember. I've been doing this work for a very long time. This is what I use. I'm a self-philanthropist. So this is what I use to sponsor myself and even my younger sisters here. So I can't really remember some big event, but I know I told you the other time I'm a humanitarian. So I have this group, real support group. I have an entertainment group register with the CAC. So I have this real support groups there that will go outside. A few years ago, we campaigned against breast cancer and communicable diseases. I have some few doctors I work with. We take them to secondary schools to address young ladies, medically, how to cope when it comes to there were a few things they addressed the girls with, and they told them about early detection of breast cancer, then communicable diseases and co. I took them to about, I think, 4 or 5 schools in Osun State then. Recently, last year, October 1st, we campaigned for a better Nigeria. So I had my group, we had the flyers, we had people who came in to support the program. So everybody. Meanwhile, I was using my radio platform and the acceptance in Osun State then, to penetrate and to do all this kind of work. So I don't just fight for people. Sometimes I bring this egg, this good to their doorstep and let them know, okay, this is what's happening in the world today. Let me say, something that drives me is um, every day of my life, something always come across my head, breaking the yoke of poverty. And whenever I remember that, it drives me to do more and get more in life because I have tasted it. I know how I know how it tasted like. I know the taste. I know how it's. I know the feelings. And yet I am breaking it. So it's really, really drives me. Then I can see my family too. Like I said the other time, I'm a self philanthropist. So when I remember the loads I'm going to carry and the lives I'm imparting, then I drive more. Just put on my gear, accelerate. So I say inspiration is from God, though, because plenty of this thing why they do, nobody taught me. Nobody can come out today and say, okay, I taught REO to MC. Abi, he was following me to become a comedian. Abi, he was following me to radio. Mm-mm. All these things comes from God. Oh. So I just feel God actually don't want me to join the league of illegit or to do Yahoo or to sleep at or other things people do, other crazy things people do to make money. So he actually saw me. He knew what I wanted. He knew how clean my heart is, and he gave me the talent. And I'm using it. So I'm not just using it to make money. I'm using it to impact in people's life. I love to make impact. So it's not about the money I'm making from that place. It's about the joy. I like it when people say, if not for this person, I wouldn't have been here today. Positive. So I feel my inspiration. I don't feel the inspiration is from God. Because even all the places I've worked till date, nobody gives me any recommendation letter or so. I go there myself and I just tell them this is what I can do. The place I'm working currently, I don't even go. I was in my room and I send them email. I don't even send them application letter. I send them content production or production content rather. And they saw it. Fortunately for me, the CEO got it himself. He called me for interview and I was supposed to do screening, go to their recording studio and let them know what I'm capable of doing. But instead, I just showed them a video on my Instagram, like two or three. And the man was like, so yeah, you will start work on Monday. That was on Friday. Well, I said something just now that I like it. Sometimes I like to give definition by explanation. Yeah. Said I like when somebody said, if not for this person, I wouldn't have been here today. Like my two younger sisters, I just want to make sure they go to school. I like the fact that they believe in me, they trust me, they trust in God, and they know what I'm capable of doing. I like the fact that when mom said call, I answer. I like the fact that even where I was coming from to come back to Lagda from Osun State, up to now as we talk, they are still calling me back. And I believe if you are a failure, nobody wants to associate with you. Everybody wants to associate with a successful person. So my definition of success right now as we speak is leaving a footprint in people's life. To the extent that if you live or you die, they will miss you forever. There's some legend like that that has left. They die, but we still talk about them up to date. You know, sometimes I feel the success won't just come. Let me not say when you are alive, but the names you make, the impacts you make in life. That's your biggest success. That's your biggest achievement. You know, most people get to think when you have that money, you have that cars, you are comfortable, you have good family, you are successful. There are many wealthy people that still cry inside. There are many wealthy people that are not even relevant in their area. Somebody said if you reach for your area and at least five persons don't know your number offhand, you still be poor man. But if you think you're an average person and some people feel they wouldn't have survived without you, you're a successful man. I'm a leader now, and in the next few years, I'll be leading more. There's a word that says, if you don't start from local, you can't go global. So I'm currently laying a carpet now for some people, for myself. In the next few years, sometimes I like to say, I think I leave everything for hand of God. But you know, sometimes even God want me to talk with you want. But in the next few years, I want to see myself in places. And places, like I said, uh, I'm a humanitarian and I fight for fundamental human rights. And you know where that can lead to. And I've started from radio, and people get to see that okay, we can communicate with the government through MC REO, through his program. Because my program will always give you reasons to listen to me. So in the next few years, I want to be reason why people will love Africa. Let's put it that way. I say we start, we know if we continue now, something they work on. See, anything that will be good in life, anything that will lead you to a very successful level in life or to that will take you places, you will come through so many challenges. And see, let me make a pretty small. I used to tell people that challenges are product of testimony. If you don't go through it, your success story can be sweet. That's why I told someone I've hosted so many summits, so many motivational events, but I've never seen any illegit person, let's say Yahoo boy, coming out to address people or to talk about his success story with anybody. So, uh, anybody who is doing something, you have to go through challenges, even at your place of work. Sometimes your boss will hit you with words. You feel like you want to resign. You feel like you don't want to do this work again. Sometimes they can even tell you you are doing rubbish. You can be on stage at times, people will come and tell you, collect that mic for this guy and they do nonsense. Things like that will come. Me, I don't get comfortable anywhere they are hailing me like, now you sabi pass, now you know, I feel, man, not like I'm looking for competition where I'm not competing with anybody. But I feel when you're in a place where you're getting more challenging, it means you have to work on yourself. So if you feel because of the challenges are too much and you just want to quit, well, quitters never win and winners never quit. So my advice for someone who is in the business before comedy, well, comedy is not something you even learn. Comedy dey inside you. And sometimes you just be talking, your friends will be laughing. You feel you're a comedian, you feel you can hold mic. There's a difference between when you are playing with your friend and when you're on stage. They are two different things. The fact that you are playing with your friend, not mean say if you enter stage, you'll be funny. But if you are doing it already, so many times now we don't crack joke, nobody laugh. Me, I will look away. Now, this stage, I will look away because I don't collect my money. If you like, laugh. If you like, no laugh, now your own problem. I'll talk my talk. But you will laugh because something we did inside me, no be me put on a God. So if you did do one before, regardless whatever thing you are facing, just push. Don't quit because you quit, you can't win. But as MC, you can learn MC. People don't understand there's a difference between a compere and a comedian. A comedian can be, even some comedians, they cannot MC because they don't know how to control their audience. All they just have to do is go on stage, eat their comedy, their material, pa pa pa. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they'll leave. But when you talk of MC, you can hold the event down. I held one event with Oni of Ife himself. He was inside attending to, I think, this Oba of Ijebu, Awujale of Ijebu. He was busy with them. I was outside holding people down for almost 7 hours. You have to talk. What about those times that the sound system will just go down? Only the microphone is working. MC needs to talk. Those places, if that thing is not in you or you don't learn it well, you can't really cope with it. But comedy, you just talk, papa, you leave. So, MC, you can still learn that, but comedy is always inbuilt. You develop it by yourself. You just discover you are doing it well. In this recent life, people now get to follow, and then they think they want to do it. People use other people's joke to crack other people up. OAP as well, you can learn it, but I never learned anything from anybody. My brother can actually testify to it. When I started OAP, I was using my phone to record myself. I discovered like about 3 voices to use on radio. When I get on radio and I speak my country people, some people get to think I'm from Delta State, I'm from this. I have pidgin voice. I have my, if you just tune in your radio frequency to ground 101.5 FM, you're listening to MCW. I have another voice for that. All those ones, nobody taught me. Oh. However, I grew up listening to you on radio. If I don't listen to you, I won't go to school. I listen to you and I get late to school because of you. So when eventually when I decide to stand on my own, I just look at those experience, those things I've seen, join everything together. I develop myself. Then I'm open to correction and I keep learning. So if you don't have it before MCOAP, you can learn it. But if you have it, don't quit. Keep pushing. One day we will blow. So, my country people, the only thing I want to talk now, you not get choice. Keep watching pathway to success. And the only place where you go see story will inspire you. The only reason why you know quit, keep watching Pathway to Success. It's all stories that inspire you. Peace. Yeah.